Hi guys, this is going to be a video talking about my experiences with Phil. If you don't know who Phil is a very strong ELO player, probably one of the best, in my opinion, he's the best ELO player, and his record has shown that. He's recently started coaching. I believe he's mostly coaching in English, but I believe he's speaking other languages as well, maybe in Russian as well. But anyway, the moment that Phil decided to do coaching, I immediately messaged him because I do want to improve my game, and I think learning from the best is the quickest way to do so. I only worked with him for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks is really a small amount of time given how complex Urban Rivals is. And after receiving coaching, I've learned just how much more deep and intricate the game is. So if you don't already know who Phil is, I can show you his credentials here. Boom, number 2, big boy on the bracket. But anyway, when me and Phil first started, the first week was really all about deck building theory and learning what makes a good card essentially playable and what makes a card OP, and when we are able to take risks with building decks. That is the basis for the foundation for the game. If you make a bad deck, you're going to be losing most of the time. So I just want to showcase a couple of the decks that me and Phil ran through. So this is the first deck we used. This is an All-Star and Berserk split. Before I continue with this, I want to make a public service announcement that a lot of my decks, or some of my decks, would be different if I had all the LDs, but currently Arcade is bugged and I can't receive all of them. You know, like I'd really love to play with the other All-Star LD, I forget his name, Harrow, but can't seem to get him. So if support's watching, or if anyone's watching that has any more information or any help there, that really needs to be fixed, because LDs are crucial to essentially providing a stable and equal fair play ground. Essentially, if you don't have access to LDs, especially the powerful ones, you can't make the best decks. Sometimes you can't even use certain clans in EFC if you don't have the LD, because it's that good. It's that crucial and pivotal of a card. So anyway, I digress. This is one of the decks. If you want a deck, again, you could always swap this out with Randy at two stars. But yeah, we learned about what makes a good card playable, what makes a card OP, what makes a card necessary for a deck, how to make flexible decks and strong decks. So I'll showcase that one. Oh, I went back. And then I'll showcase the second deck we used. I actually made this deck, and then he helped me make corrections and told me why we play certain cards at certain instead of other cards. So this is a Fang P Ghost Town deck. We had a lot of success with this deck as well. It's very strong and solid deck, and only requires 1 LD. Again, if we didn't have this LD, we could play another 4-star, but Dankos is just so good that it's like we're hindering ourselves. And again, I keep hitting the back button. And the last deck that we used, that I made, and actually this deck, he only had 1 correction for me because I didn't know that McClinton was unbanned. But we have an uppers, and we have, again, you see that 1 LD right there going there. You could switch that for Lorenzo. You could switch it from Mona if you don't have her. But Bella is just so good that, it sucks. And then you see a card like Waller. Doesn't see much play. I don't ever see it played. And after learning from Phil, we know why it's a good card and why it's a necessary card in this situation. So yeah, that's it. And then I have my last deck. This is the deck I'm using right now. I kind of have like a 50% win rate, but I'm playing bad in my opinion. So I think this deck is strong. I like it. And we'll go ahead and showcase it. We have Foul. We have Nahim at 4. We have Super Paquito. We have Rodzi, Krazen, Aljiboe at 4. Simon at 3. And Willow at 2. So I think this is a strong deck. I'm liking it thus far. I don't know what Phil would say about this. Phil, if you're watching, let me know if this deck is good, but I'm liking it. I think it's pretty good. It's yeah, anyway, I am rambling too much on deck building, but deck building is so important. It's the foundation of playing the game. What I've learned from Phil is a lot. I can't really cover it all here. Splits, looking for sure wins, calculations are everything, predictions, and safe plays. If you're watching this video and want to, are interested in having Phil coach you, I think if you want to take this game seriously, this is one of the best investments you can ever make. I don't think you can learn everything Phil teaches. You can, well, because Phil did it, and he had coaches himself. But in these 2 weeks, what I've learned, I don't know when I would have learned that. I can't correlate any sort of time amount. I want to be drastic and even say like a year, like maybe a year of consistent playing. But there's just these little patterns and these little calculations and these certain nuances that you only get from Phil, from someone that's been playing the game, competitively at a top level for like 4 years. There's no price tag on the knowledge that you get and just how much better you'll get. And to show you guys where I'm at, I was around I want to say a 300 to 400 ELO player. That's where I want to say. And now I can confidently say I'm around a 700 ELO player. I think, and Phil thinks as well, that I can get to 800, that I should be at 800. I think he's correct. Now breaking that 1,000 gap, getting in like the top 10, that'll take some time, and I think I can get there as well, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without Phil's coaching. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was the result of my 2 weeks of playing ELO and just how much I went. I went from a 300 to 400 ELO player to now I believe I'm a 700 ELO player. The highest I've gotten is like about 760, and right now I'm at 700. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.